Ravens wide receiver Rashod Bateman is having one of the best seasons of his career, and he's matching that success off the field with the upcoming launch of his lifestyle brand, Without Lords, an idea he's been cooking up since college, but early career injuries sprung him into action. In this segment of Under the Helmet, we sit down with Rashod for an exclusive look into what inspired his brand, what to expect, and more. So before we get into the brand, I think it's important to start with, how did you get into fashion? How did that become a passion of yours?
Fashion became a passion of mine because this is how I grew up. My mom making sure that we was, dressed nice for, for church, for any event, or even just, going to the grocery store. She always wanted to make sure that we were presentable. Then I kind of translated, over to going to college, and honestly, when I got to college, it kind of took off from there because I was more successful for more than that.
Okay, and when you say access, I guess, to more things, give me some examples.
Just as far as a mall, because a lot, I don't know if y'all heard of Tifton, Georgia, the old country town.
I have.
Oh yeah, and it's not very much there. Even our mall, there was not a lot of stores. We had to go out of town to, shop anything, go to Atlanta or Florida just to get. Like I didn't even hear LV until I got to college, and then I heard of it in high school, but it wasn't even really popular to me until I got to college.
So then, when you got into the NFL, how do you feel like your fashion elevated? Because we see you.
Yeah, I feel like he elevated because it's kind of that's what NFL players do. I kind of started in the NBA. Everybody use Sunday, at their Sunday best.
Right.
Some guys do tuxedos, some do streetwear. Kind of in the boat. I kind of switch up.
So take us into your game day looks. What goes into that process? Is there a strategy, or is it just like how I'm feeling that day?
It's honestly how I'm feeling. A lot of people probably think outfits are planned, but I do a lot of shopping before the season. That way, like when the season comes, I'm gonna throw it about clothes.
That's smart.
Sometimes, I buy clothes throughout the year just, if I see something I like, but I rather just load up the closet and then when game day come, just kind of like pick out what I feel.
The day up?
Yeah, there's been moments I've
impressive.
Yeah, switched the fit before I entered the game, multiple times before I entered the game. I try on like 10 different outfits before I go to the stage. Unless it's a fit that I know, then I'll just lock it out.
All of this has morphed into your new brand, Without Lords. So tell us about that.
The brand Without Lords, it's kind of a lot. A lot of people think it's kind of about fashion, but it is, but it's not. Fashion, music is definitely core pieces of it. But the first thing that it is a fraternity that I started with my friends and my brothers. And it's kind of like my nonprofit where behind the scenes, since we do nonprofit things as far as giving back, anything to help the community, put a smile on people's face. That's kind of the motive that we want to give off. Besides, just making clothes and using that. But then on top of that, we do have clothes. So we do clothes, more so streetwear, and then we also do music because it's more of a lifestyle brand.
You like
the way I grew up. I grew up in a country town. I feel like I wasn't true myself growing up. So being able to have the brand, really fits into the hip hop culture, what I actually come from. I think that's the fun part about it.
And Without Lords, so that's something I didn't know. I didn't realize it was multifaceted as far as the nonprofit and then the music and clothes. So what inspired you to kind of put all of those different things under one umbrella?
Honestly, I knew I had already been working with Lords for a while. But when my first injury happened in the field, that's when I really started looking up on it. And I was just like, if this ever stopped, I need something. You know what I'm saying? I need something. And a lot of people they know I like fashion, but they don't really know how to invest it into football. I didn't have anything going on outside of football. Like football is what I love to do. That's my go-to. That's my job. So, but right now, just being able to have another escape. And the world hated me at that time. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to find something that, I liked about myself that can, give me a career besides playing football. As far as hip hop and the art culture, fashion and music go together.
Yeah, they do.
They do. It just go together and, got on a good outfit and you hear your song. I don't it ain't no better feeling than that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So do you think in a weird way, I know that the injuries early was frustrating, but do you think in a weird way it kind of pushed you to think beyond football?
Yeah, I feel like I've always thought beyond football, but the injuries made me go active. Because I feel like everybody think beyond football, but it's like when you actually gonna, you know, find that little seat, when you actually gonna do the work to, you know, actually, you know, really get to go out when they go start designing, when you start planning. And I always had a dream, you know, have a fashion brand or and that's kind of how it started out. It started out with just clothes, and then as I went through everything, it turned into let's do something with the brotherhood, let's do something with fashion, let's do something with clothes. So it's kind of making more than, you know, just fashion, because those are all components that make.
Tell me about some of the products that you have or plan on having, because I know you had a soft launch and then there'll be a bigger launch later this year.
Yeah, well, I'm doing it's a big launch, but we're only releasing two items.
Okay.
We're gonna release a jersey, without saving jersey, and we're gonna release like some one of one custom shorts as well. And we'll continue to build on that. We got the industry coming behind that. We got other things coming behind that. So it'll be a build up. But I'm excited to show people I will be up for.
And I think you have the jersey.
Yes, I do. I do have the jersey.
So let's show the people. This will dropping when?
In the January.
Exclusive Bowie TV. Love this.
So y'all seen it first. So y'all seen it first.
So tell me about the name Without the Words.
So Without Words, the name, I didn't even create a name. It was started back in 2016. Part of my friends called Craig Rocks. That's his name. He started in Kankakee, Illinois. And his friend and his brother, Chris Altmanville, that's who I met when I went to college. And he's playing football. And then I met Demetrius and all of us, you know, on the same wave. Actually, then obviously me, Chris, and Demetrius, we were on a football team together. And Chris wanted me and Demetrius to join the brotherhood, and we did at that time. But Without Words, the name itself is just, it's all about empowering yourself. There's a lot of symbolism, you know, with the brand, and Lord is somebody, you know, who, you know, has power, you know, has control, but not, you know, so control over the material things, but control over their own life. And, you know, that in the brotherhood, that's something that we want to, you know, teach each other, strive each other, you know, just be, you know, truly who you want to be, you know, and unapologetic yourself. And when you think about it, you know, Lords, the people we look up to, those are, you know, I classify myself with my mom, you know what I'm saying? Anybody you look up to, it don't have to be a celebrity or anything. Whoever's doing the right thing, living the right way, that's who we want to be. That's Without Words, because it's, what would the world be without those people?
When people see this overall brand, how is Rashod Bateman reflected in style and just the execution, and how this will eventually pan out for you?
Well, basically, you know, the brand is, you know, it's meant to, you know, show people to be, you know, true to themselves, and hopefully you can see that and feel that through, you know, what we create, the music, the clothes, you know, and the, you know, community service and stuff that we're planning on doing. And hopefully you can see that through me. You know, I am the brand, so, you know, I gotta carry a brand, you know, carry that standard. Because I get a lot of criticism for my fits, but that's because people they don't know what they're talking about. But
they don't know fashion.
They don't know fashion. They don't know fashion at all. But there's also some people out here that, you know, that might want to wear something, but worry about how they feel. But at the same time, it's like those people don't matter. You know, feel how you feel, wear what you wear, listen to what you want to listen to. Doesn't make you a bad person. Different person.
I like that because it kind of shows how people really don't know the thought process that goes into a lot of things, because, you know, we wouldn't have known that, but that makes so much sense now. 10 years from now, when I talk to you again about Without Words, where do you see it at that point? Or where do you hope it'll be at that
I just hope the world, you know, knows what Without Words is, and not because of the clothes, not because of the music, but just because of how we carry ourselves, you know, the vibe, the energy, you know, that we give off. I think that's something that, you know, my Buddhist about for is, you know, energy, and vibe. So I think that's what the world needs. A lot of people get caught up in, you know, what you believe in, what's this, you know. I'm Christian, you know, I believe in God, but, you know, I'm not going to judge a Muslim, I'm not going to judge whoever, or I'm not going to judge, you know, that type of person. You just be true to yourself in this world we live in, because it's just too short to actually worry about those things.
Well, Rashod, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us about Outboard. So where can people find it? Is there any additional information that you want them to know about the future this year and like what your plans are?
You can go to Instagram with our Lords, you can go to withourlords.com, and you can go to With Our Lords on Twitter. Stay tuned and there's a lot. So be ready.
And we'll bring you more.
We'll bring you more.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Rashod.
Appreciate it. Thank you.